When it comes to being successful in life, natural ability definitely has something to do with it, but even more so than natural ability, it's the work ethic that really makes the difference. Growing up, my brother and I, in our family, in our house, our parents set for us, just like they did with you, chores that we had to do around the house. I had to bag the newspapers in the garage, had to bag the soda bottles and cans so that when we walked in the door to the garage we didn't trip and break our necks. Had to take out the garbage every night, whether it was raining, snowing, sleet, you know the drill. And I had to take the garbage pails to and from the street. Perhaps our least favorite chores were picking up the dog poop and weeding the flower beds. But doing these things taught me a sense of obligation. Taught me how to do hard work. It wasn't fun. My brother and I thought it was exhausting. We got annoyed. We gave our parents an attitude, but we learned how to have fun with it too. Sometimes what we do is we take the pooper scooper and we would launch the poop right over our shoulders into the canal. We also had a big holly tree. So rather than bag the weeds and bring them to the garbage pail where they were supposed to be, we threw underneath the holly bush. Needless to say, our parents didn't find out about that until after we moved out. One day, my parents said to me, when we get back, the flower beds must be weeded. So, I went into the garage, found a gallon of weed killer. I proceeded to douse the entire set of flower beds with weed killer. A couple hours later, parents came home and said, "Matt, did you do something with the flower beds?" I said, "No." Later on, I admitted to it, threw chemicals on top of it. Remember that night, we had one heck of a thunderstorm. In the house and outside. Growing up, doing these things around the house, we didn't get an allowance for it. We did it because it was our contribution to the household. But as I went back into high school, getting older, I saw there was so many people around me that were smarter than I was. They had much more natural intelligence than I did. There were some people, you all know who I'm talking about, that were sitting next to you, every test in every class, they just naturally got a 90 or higher. I knew that if I tried, I could get those same results. But I was going to have to try harder than some other people did. It didn't come to me naturally. Thank God that growing up, my parents instilled in my brother and I, without money, that if you do something, if you put in the hard work, you can get in the results you wanted. I also learned that you have to do things the right way. You have to do them correctly. You can't just take the easy route, douse chemicals all over the plants, because everything's going to die. It takes hard work. You have to pick out what's not supposed to be there and put in what is supposed to be there. That taught me that I can have what I want and get rid of what I don't want if I work at it. I realized that I could take the newspapers and I could just stuff them in any direction and fashion into those paper bags, or I could slide them in nice and neat and fit 4 or 5 times as many newspapers in there. But that wasn't the easy route. What I was learning way before I ever heard the name Niccolo Machiavelli, writer of The Prince, was that the ends truly justify the means. You get out of it what you put into it. So then it was SAT time in high school. You had all those people with their natural ability. You know, some of them scored 1,500, 1,600. It was crazy. People looked at me and said, "Oh, you only got in the mid-1200s. You're not going to do very well in life." People really thought that way about each other in high school. Anyone remembers high school could be pretty vicious. Some people live for high school. That's all what life is. It's high school. So then I went on to college, and you know what? When I got to college, I didn't want to finish it. Even though I had learned about work ethic, the value of hard work doing these chores, by nature still want to take the easy way out. I was in a good trade, I was doing HVAC, I liked my job, but there was someone there who said, no, 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 no. You better make this kid finish college. That was my brother. And you know what? I'm glad I did, because that makes me a better person than the people who give up when things become too hard. So, as we do come into work, understand that success doesn't come easy. Success comes as a result of hard work. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I have seen many people come through these doors in the last 7 years that I have been here. So many people with natural ability. The people that we would look at and call natural-born salesmen. I have seen so many of those people who are able to be successful fall by the wayside because they're not willing to memorize. They're not willing to pound the phones. They're not willing to make sure they come in with a great attitude no matter what's going on in their life. That takes hard work. You have to follow the straight and narrow. It's easy to fall off. But the results of hard work is great. So if we make it a point every single day to put in the extra effort, to put in the hard work, do the things that don't come easily, it doesn't matter whether you have the natural ability or not. I'm the prime example. I am not what you would call a natural-born salesman. But like me, I have seen plenty of people, including people in this room, who are just willing to work hard. People who come in this door with absolutely no sales experience can be triumphant. Truth of the matter is we can be triumphant in anything. That's the beautiful part of being a human being, is that we can do anything we truly set our hearts to.
That's right.
So, make it a point to forget about wishing you were naturally good at something and go out instead and strive to learn what it takes in order to be successful at anything you want to be successful with. In life, so many people are ready to be successful. They say, I want to have money. I can't wait to have a brand new car. I want to catch up on my mortgage payments. I'm going to have my first house. Definitely, I want all these things. Nice swimming pool in the backyard. Go out to dinner whenever I want with my family. So many people are able to be successful. Like we spoke about before. 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 feet, not in a wheelchair. We can hear, we got all of our 5 senses. Where so many people with natural ability, where so many people in life fall short, it's a little 4-letter word, and that's called will. Because that's the hardest one to have. That's what takes all of your might. What you want to do is forget about whether or not you are naturally good at anything in life, and instead focus on going out and grabbing the opportunity and becoming good at whatever you set your heart to, because we have the gift and we can do it. All you have to do is make up your mind and say, I've made the choice to be successful. I am going to be successful. Doesn't matter if I was born with it or not. I'm going to acquire every skill I need to make every ounce of success I want. And in the end, you will have exactly what you want. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Don't ever forget, everything that we are is everything that we have experienced in life growing up. From the time we were wee children, all the way up through everything that happened this past lunch hour. We are everything we surround ourselves with. We are products of our environment. So furthermore, make sure that you choose to surround yourself with everything positive. The ideologies that I can do this, I will do this, I want to do this, I know what my goals are. And set goals. Believe in yourself. In the end, you will have what you want. Don't wish for it. go out and get it. Let's get out there this afternoon and let's have a fantastic day. Clap it up. Let's
go.